Hi everyone, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with another layout for the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut files design team, and I'm going to be using this Under the Sea grid cut file. So it's a 3x3 grid with all these cute little sea creatures all over it, and I thought this would be perfect to scrap this picture of me and my son at SeaWorld with the rock pool. So I'm helping my son lean into the rock pool so he can pat the starfish and the sea cucumbers. So you can see that I am using a 4x6 photo. It is quite large, and I actually get the whole photo on the layout without trimming it down. I didn't want to trim off the bottom because you can see one of the little creatures in the pool. So I am going to cover up most of that big blue hat that is in the bottom left corner of the photo. So first thing I'm going to do is go through and back all the little creatures in the cut file. I've just cut it out on white, and I just did it slightly smaller than a 12x12 so that I can lay it over the top of a piece of cardstock. So I'm using a homemade kit that I have put together. I've used a lot of the Amy Tan Stay Sweet collection, and there's some simple stories and a couple of other collections in there as well. Pebbles, Hey Summertime, I think, maybe. This is some of the stuff I got in my recent Scrapbook clearance haul, so most of that, the stuff I'm going to use on this layout is from that haul if you want to go back and have a look exactly what everything is. But I'm just using some of the papers from the Amy Tan paper pad here to back the creatures. And I've just kept the rest of the cut file on the mat there, as you can see at the start. I kept it on the, it's a Cricut mat I use, but I just kept everything on the mat until I was ready to glue all the bits down, because there's lots of little eyes and mouths and things like that. So that just helps keep everything from getting lost. So now I've just pulled out one of the cut apart sheets. I really liked the pop of yellow in this hot word, so I've just fussy cut out the letters, and now I'm going through and I'm just going to snip out this separator, I suppose, just to make those two squares one big square, because I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to keep the whole photo, and yeah, I just didn't want the line going across the middle of the photo where my son is. So I'm just going to fill in the rest of that large rectangle with a few of the pattern papers. So this is actually a branding strip off one of the Simple Stories papers, and I like, again, the pop of yellow. I just wanted to bring in a few more light colors because I have the dark black in the anchor and in the octopus, and you know, the red in the crab is quite dark, so I just wanted to bring in some lighter colors. So that yellow will go in there, and then this is just out of my scraps bin. It looks white in the lighting at the moment, but it's actually a light aqua turquoise color at the bottom there. So I'm just cutting again some wavy detail, and I'm just going to glue that to the bottom there, and then I'll glue my photo behind those two strips of paper. So yeah, the whole rectangle is full. There we go. I'm just going to trim off the excess. Just like that. And my photo didn't glue super well. I'm not sure why, maybe because it's a matte photo, I'm not sure, but I did actually have to go in at the end and washi tape, add some washi tape on the back, but I don't make you watch that. It's not really necessary to the process. So I'm just going to back a couple of these squares. I'm not going to back all of them because I will go through and do some splatters on my background in a minute. But I really like this ice cream paper. Again, that's a Kaiser Craft one. It's pretty old now. It was out of my scraps bin, and I just thought the colors went nicely. And it's not, you know, it's another light, airy pattern, so it's not going to dominate too much. And my title will actually go up in that square. So there we go, and there's another one of the little cut aparts. I think that's actually off one of the Amy Tan papers. I just like the lines. It has got a floral on it, but I'm not too worried about that. So I just cut that out to put my journaling on, but it's not quite big enough to fill it in this whole square. So I'm just going to cut out a bit of this Simple Stories paper, and that is like a pink, salmony pink waffle. It reminds me of an ice cream cone. It's like a waffle cone pattern. So I've just cut out just enough to back the rest of this square with, because I want to keep the rest of that paper for a background. So I really like that paper. I should have got two of them really, but well, you live and you learn. There we go. So glue that down, and that fills in that space perfectly. And this is going to be my background. It's I'd say a medium tone turquoise, just a cardstock. And I just like, yeah, I like the blue. It's very summery. I actually like how this layout turned out. It's quite bright, and I actually didn't use half of the things I was intending to use on it, but I really like it. It fits perfectly with the photo. It was a very, very sunny day. It was hot. My son's got a bright yellow shirt on, and I'm wearing blue. So, you know, it's a very summery feeling photo, and I think I captured that in the layout. So I just was jabbering on while I was doing that, but I've just cut another piece of that cut apart out. I really like the peach in that kind of scallopy bordered piece, and I've just covered up the text on that with the puffy title that says Wonderful Life. Some little typeface red stickers. They're really old, out of my stash, and these are the crepe paper. I think they're from All Heart thickers. I've got a couple of sets of these, so I'm just going to spell out rock pool. So the whole title will be Wonderful Life at the Rock Pool. And yeah, those puffy stickers were from the Amy Tan collection as well, I'm pretty sure, the title stickers. And I'm just filling in all my journaling, saying about how we got to touch the sea cucumbers and the starfish, and how brave he was. He just jumped right in and was willing to pat everything. I would have absolutely freaked at the concept of doing that as a child, so I was really proud of him. So those embossed puffy stickers are from that Amy Tan collection. So I've just popped that red one down there, another pop of red, and it hides most of that cap from that person in the foreground of the photo. And I'm happy enough with that. That little shell is from the Pebbles Summertime Ephemera pack. And now I'm just popping some foam behind all the edges of the cut file where the little animals and bits and pieces are going to be popped up from the background. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the base of everything down, and I'm just putting these little foam squares sort of like behind the top of the crab, his eyes and his claws, and the jellyfish and whatnot. So right, now I'm taking a grey felt tip pen and just outlining these letters because they were fading into that card a little bit, and I just want them to stand out a bit more. You could do this with an ink pad as well. I actually don't have a grey one, so I find the felt tip pen works really well, especially as it's a bit more, these letters are a little bit intricate, so I find the felt tip pen gets in better with into those corners than an ink pad would. Oh gosh, I can't speak today. I don't know what's wrong with me. So now I'm just going through it with my white acrylic ink from Liquitex. I'm trying to do splatters, but this paintbrush is just not doing it. It's not doing it for me. I don't know why. It wasn't splattering. So I switched to this one, and that didn't want to work either, apparently. So I find sometimes you really have to load it up sometimes to get it to actually splatter some decent size splatters. So there we go. Finally, I've got it going. And then I'm going to come in with this brand new to me Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Spray in Spun Sugar. I don't know. I haven't played with the spray much. I've got the ink pads and I really like those, but I bought the pink thinking I'd use it a lot, and I just haven't had a chance to use it yet. But I got it on this one. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's probably not as pink as it could be because it's on the coloured background, but yeah, it's really pretty. I really like it. So just thought I would branch out from my usual white and gold that I put on every layout, I feel like, just recently. So these little fish are fussy cut from one of the pattern papers in the Amy Tan paper pad. So I'm just sprinkling a few of those in just at the bottom here where it kind of looks like, a little ocean scene. And that one I'm just popping up on a few foam squares just for some extra dimension. There we go. I pulled this die cut out of the Pebbles ephemera pack, and I really like the little sun, so I thought he would fit up nicely in the top right there where there's a little bit of a blank space. You guys know me. I've got to fill in every last little bit of blank space. So I just fussy cut him off that. I didn't like the white background, but I like it like that, so there he goes. And now these are the clear stickers from that Pebbles collection, and I'm just going to sprinkle in a few bits and pieces. Probably not necessary, but yeah, I can't stop clearly. So put in a little seaweed, a little starfish, a little crab. I come in with a little sand dollar, and then one last little shell just in that space there. And I'm just going to fiddle around with the alphas and just reposition those a little bit better. And then that's my layout finished. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out the shop and the group. The links will be in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys.